Hello, welcome to this week's paint along. We are going to get started on red. Actually, I need to turn that down a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm actually going to get out my number two brush, which I don't use very often. But this is a bigger mini, and we'll be doing some bigger areas here with the red. So first we're going to start off focusing. And then we're gonna try and go around where the black and the red meet up and get those kind of blended. Basically, so we got brown liner, and then I've got like a 50, well, no, not 50. It's actually just one drop of brown liner in with the blood red. This is the remastered version. So I'm taking the brown liner, can do some wet blending here. You don't have to get these like perfect. I would stay away from these areas that are like actually black, so you don't have to like completely redo everything. But you know, these horns down here, you can see that I did leave them kind of half and half. So those are the ones we're gonna do this on. So we'll end up with a gradient kind of on these ones. They're going to be closer to the where we transition to red. And we'll come back and just bring up the red a bit more in these areas. I'm just gonna go ahead and paint this in. Paint the red eyes in right now. Really fill them in. Just so that they can actually stand out against that black. Because I'm not gonna keep them black anyway. Probably need to come back with white to really make them pop. Okay. And then we have one highlight. I've got one highlight mixed up where it's 1 drop of the blood red and then 3 drops of lemon yellow. So in these areas that are for sure just red, this is where we'll put the highlight. The areas where they're transitioning, the blood red will be the highest. Pretty much. So maybe we could do like a touch there or something like that at the very end where it meets up with the full on red. We definitely need to keep in mind of lighting here, but we will have one more highlight later that we'll do. I do that when I go to finish the reds. we're getting a little bit washed out there, you can see. So I'll take the blood red and make a glaze. And I know I said I'd do another highlight, but that doesn't mean that you can't glaze in between layers. Got my glaze made up, nice and thin. Let's see how thin it is. Try and get them kind of somewhat equal of where we're transitioning here. Use the glaze to kind of fix that. Essentially, although we don't want it to pool like that is doing right now. Quickly rinse and dry off the brush. There we go. I'm gonna do a little bit more work on this side just because I can tell. Got a very different line on this side than the other side. There, now that's a bit more balanced, equal. Just come back with that highlight that I already had done previously. little dabs here to kind of help create and bring out any of the bumpy textures. There you can see kind of almost finished anyway compared to over here. I'm just going to do another glaze. We'll go ahead, since we're on this side, go ahead and kind of do some of the transitions here. On this side of the chest. Won't worry too much about scale texture just yet. We'll add in some scale texture with the highlights. This definitely helps to make that black that we did already pop a lot more. Clean up some pooling I can see. Wasn't meaning to do a glaze, but I think it might just be the new water dropper bottle, something like that. Or just needs mixing up. They definitely look better now that I've stirred them up a bit. So let's see. Now under here is definitely the under shadow, like what I was talking about over here with the last video. So we're not going to go any higher than this blood red under here. Okay. And since since this is like kind of getting into that like the wing webbing. Oh, sorry about that. It's okay if it gets a little bit, if we can see a little bit of the brush strokes. There's even some sculpting in there to give, so we'll follow those actually. And then real quick, we'll do these scales right here that are in these transition areas. This is actually the wing right here. All right, this one will be a little difficult. It's got that horn that you can do. I'm gonna get a smaller brush actually. So the bigger brush is gonna hold a lot more paint on it. So I'm gonna keep having too much on the brush. Do a little brush, then I can have better control. On top of here with that blood red. Just do little strokes to kind of start suggesting that like texture of scales. You can begin to see kind of the difference between where we're doing the blood red in the shadows versus red up top here. And then take that kind of in between mix with the brown liner and blood red here and hit these a little bit. And there we go. I think that's a good place to stop. Got a good start on the reds there. You can kind of see how it's gonna turn out between stuff that's up here on top, at least as far as the kind of transition a little bit. Actually, it could just to do a little bit of highlight on these with a little bit of that blood red at the top here. Since that was what we were doing over here on the face. So yeah, and we'll keep going on it next week. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and thanks for joining. Enjoy.